Hello all, welcome to Pamita AI World. My name is Pamita Sikandari and you're watching my YouTube channel Pamita AI World. So in my previous video, I was teaching you the students this particular page I was teaching you, and I have taught you that I will teach you the principal component analysis under data science or artificial intelligence, and currently we are going on with the statistic part of data science or mathematical part of data science, and many things in my previous videos I have taught you. In this particular video I have given you the step 1 of principal component analysis, and please check this out particular video, last video. Please see it and see that what I have given you the formula in second step. This was the first step. In this particular first step I have given you the two records x and y, and we have calculated the mean of these x and y, that is called average. Fine, this was the x bar and y bar. In this second step I have taught you that we'll find the covariance formula. Theoretical part I have already taught you in my previous videos. Please check that out. And in this particular video, in this second step I have taught you that the formula of covariance would be this. And after covariance formula I have given you that we'll calculate covariance of x means I have calculated in part 2 this particular part. Fine, covariance of xx. So this is the covariance of xx. This whole table I taught you how to calculate in my previous video. Please check that out. And the final outcome came is 0.6165. Fine, now we'll calculate the next part, that is xx we have calculated. We'll calculate the next part yy, and as you guys all knows that xy or y's x, covariance of xy or y axis would be similar, because of course when we will multiply xy, or whether we multiply xy or yx, it would be similar. So our main focus is on these two part. Fine, diagonal, these two part, these parts are similar. So in this particular video, now I am teaching you, I'll teach you the covariance of yy. Fine, so covariance of yy, how we will calculate the covariance of yy. Look, method would be same, because in this particular part I have calculated the x minus x bar. So method would be same. Please check that video, because I will not draw that particular whole video, whole calculation in this particular video, because main funda or main thing I have given you that particular table. So please, before jumping into this video, go through the last video once, last video of covariance principal component analysis part 1, with the heading I have uploaded the video. In this particular video I'll teach you how to calculate yy. Fine, so this would be the thing. So see how we calculate yy. Then this is going on the step 2. Fine, this is a step 2. So for reference I'll take this video, because this page, because in step 1 number of records y bar we will calculate y bar here. So this page would be here for reference purpose. So we are calculating yy, covariance of yy here. So how we will calculate that covariance of yy? Covariance of y. How we will calculate that? We will calculate with the help of a table, and that would be y minus y bar, y minus y bar, and y minus y bar. Fine. Look, How we'll calculate that? First we will take y. So what is y? Y is 2.4. So we'll take y here 2.4 like this. Fine. Now again what we are seeing here, y minus y bar. So this is y 2.4. So in previous video we calculated y bar. So y bar is 1.91. 1.91. This is the first step of number of records, 1.91. So when we subtract 2.4 minus 1.91, we'll see that it has come as 0.49. Fine. Now this outcome came as a 0.49. So y minus y bar would be 4.49. Fine, it is 0.49, and here it is not the thing. Here we will multiply again. So y minus y bar is 0.49. Again what we have to do, we have to multiply this again with the y minus y bar, 0.49. Fine. So what it would come as 0.49. After multiplication it would come as 0.2401. So this is number of records first. Likewise we will calculate the y. Again the second, what is the second number in the record? 2.4. Here 0.7. So we'll write here 0.7. Fine. Again what we have to do here, we'll take 0.7 as y minus, what is y bar? Again we'll take y bar as 1.91, and again y minus y bar is we will subtract 1.91 as minus 1.21, minus 1.21. It came as minus 1.21. So minus 1.21 multiply minus 1.21. So what will come here? The outcome as 1.4641. So look, the whole table, this is similar to, I have taught you about the x minus x bar multiply x minus x bar. Whole table would be similar for y minus y bar also. Here whole table would be similar. You have to take y and then again subtract it and then multiply it. So it would be large table, but in nutshell the outcome would come. Just calculate, this is the homework for all you guys. You just calculate the whole table, and after calculating the whole table, after watching the number of records video from the previous video, the final outcome would come here as sum. We'll apply the formula here as this formula we will apply here at last. Covariance of xy, x minus x bar, y minus y bar upon n minus 1. So what would come as sum is equal to 6.449. Fine. After doing all this table, it would come 6.449 at last, divided by 9 is equal to 0.7165. It would come like this. Fine. This is the step 2. Fine. Now what we have to calculate here is, we have calculated x bar, we have calculated covariance of y. Now we have to calculate covariance of xy. So for calculating covariance of xy, how we will calculate that? We will calculate it as a covariance of like this. Covariance of, first we have to take x. What is x? X is 2.5. X is 2.5. This one is 2.5. Fine. And y is 2.4. I have calculated 2.4 here. Fine. Now what is x minus x bar? X minus x bar x minus x bar we have calculated in my previous video. X minus x bar is 0.69. Here 0.69 it is. Fine. So it would be 0.69. Now we'll take y minus y bar. What is y minus y bar for 2.4? It would be minus 0.49 here. So we have calculated this also. So it would be 0.49. Fine. So in last what we have to do is x minus x bar and y minus y bar. So what would be its multiplication? 0.69 multiply 0.49 is equal to 0.3381. Fine. So this finally outcome has come. So likewise we have for calculating covariance of x minus y bar, like this. X minus y xy covariance of xy we have to do like this, and for that also the whole table would come like for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So all this table you have to make here for y minus y bar. For xy also you have to take number of records each and every time and calculate like this. Formula I have given you. So like this you have to calculate x minus xy bar for covariance xy also. So for first record it has come like this. For second it would be what is x? For second x is 0.5. So it would be 0.5. It would be homework for all you students. Calculate this, and when you will calculate, the outcome would come as 0.7165. For a short video I can't calculate it the whole video because it would be very lengthy video, so I am just taking the shortcut here. But you guys have to calculate this particular thing in your paper also if you are learning it for your engineering exam or for any competitive or interview exam if you are learning it. So it would be like this. And after that what I was teaching you, 0.5 I have given x is 0.5 and y is 2.9 and x minus x bar is, it would be 0.5 minus 2.9 and it would come as 1 point it would come as minus, it would come as minus 1.31. Fine. Yes, it would come as 1 minus 1.31 sorry, it would 0.5 0.5. Yes, minus 1.31 it would come. And for y minus y bar, if we'll calculate what is y minus y bar for 0.7, it would come as minus 1. Yes, minus 1.21. Fine, we have calculated that in particular video, so it would come as 1.21. So after multiplying for x minus x bar, y minus y bar, we have to multiply here. Fine. So what is x minus x bar here? It is 1.31 minus 1.31. And what is y minus y bar here? It is minus multiply minus 1.21. So what would be the final outcome? It would be positive. Minus minus would be plus here, so it would be plus, and after multiplication of 1.31 multiply 1.21, it would come as 1.5851. Fine. So what is the final outcome here? Some would be likewise we will calculate the whole table for these 10 records. We have calculated this whole table with the help of, to calculate the covariance of xx we have to calculate for 3, because table is of 10 records. So 3 we will take like here it is 2.2. Fine. Again it is y is 2.9, So what you have to do, x minus x bar, you have to calculate what is x. X is 2.2 minus what is x bar, we have calculated it in the previous video. X bar is 1.81. so likewise you have to draw for this table also and for this table also. Fine. The only difference is here that here we are multiplying y minus y bar multiply y minus y bar. Here we are multiplying x minus x bar y minus y bar. So why we are making this whole table? Because we have to calculate the covariance of x. We have to find the covariance. Fine. And the covariance formula is covariance of xx, covariance of yy, and covariance of xy, and covariance of yx. So these two terms are similar, but these two terms are different. So for calculating this two, we have calculated covariance of xx is this thing. Covariance of xx is this, and according to formula, and covariance of yy we have calculated here. This is this, and covariance of xy is we have calculated here. So what is going on here? It is covariance of this particular table is of covariance of x y or covariance of y x. So what would be the final outcome after this particular, when we will calculate whole table, what would be the final outcome here? Final outcome would be sum of like when we'll draw a whole this thing here. So final outcome for 10 number of records, final outcome would come as 5.5380 divided by 9. So it would come as 0.6154. Fine. So again the thing has come here, 0.6154. Now we'll apply the formula of covariance, this particular formula here. Which one? This one. So according to the covariance formula,